there, welcome back. You might notice that I'm filming in a different part of the room today. That's because this is a yin-yang class with yin poses that we're going to do against the wall. So if you're doing this at home, then you need to make sure you have a big space of wall like this available to put your legs against. Because all of the yin poses are going to be against the wall. And this is going to be a really nice relaxing class, so less of a workout and more to wind down. If you've been on your feet a lot today or you've had a really busy week, this is going to feel really good. I'm looking forward to it myself. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. And we'll start just with a couple of minutes of breathing and awareness, just to get ourselves grounded and in the right place, ready to do yoga. So you can sit however you feel comfy and just rest your hands on your legs, gently close your eyes and just bring your chin a tiny bit towards your chest. Start to bring your focus and your awareness inside your body. So like I was just talking about, just connecting with what you've been doing this week or maybe what you've done today, how you're feeling in your body, in your mind, letting yourself have this time to relax. Just think now if there's any target areas in your body that you need to relax more, any areas of tension that you might be holding on to. Just become aware of that now. Make sure you're sitting nice and straight with your back, open your shoulders. It's going to be easier to take some nice big breaths. And breathe in through your nose, a nice deep inhale. And out through your mouth. One more time. And let any tension go that you're aware of. Try to relax. Relax around your eyes, around your mouth. And then you can open the eyes and we'll start to get moving. So bring your hands together at the back of your head and keep your elbows nice and wide and open. So you can see your elbows in your peripheral vision, but you can't see them right in front of you. And breathe in, just gently arch your back and look up. And breathe out, bring your chin to your chest and your elbows towards each other. Breathe in, opening up, looking up. And exhaling, coming back down with the head, elbows towards each other. And again, nice gentle movement, just warming the neck, the shoulders, the arms. It's also really nice if you've been sat at the computer all day. So it's just nice to open the chest, move the neck around. So keep going with this at your own pace. And then we'll come together when you're bringing the chin down to the chest. Stop there with your elbows towards each other. And just ever so gently pull slightly down on your head till you feel a stretch in the back of your neck. But don't pull hard, really gentle. And then turn your head to the left, look to the left. Come back to the center and go straight through to the right, look to the right. And come back again and lift the head, look up one more time. And then releasing the hands and just give your head a little nod or shake, whatever you need to do now with your neck. I know not everyone's neck is good, so just be aware of how that felt for your neck and whether that was good or not. And bring your hands onto your knees. Take a deep inhale, bring your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, relax your shoulders. One more time. And then bring your arms out in front of you and turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Breathe in, lift your arms up above your head. Exhale, turn the palms and come back down, bringing the arms back in front of you. Then bring the palms to face each other. Inhale, twisting around to the right. And exhale, coming back to the center. Inhale, twisting around to the left. And exhale, coming back to the center. And flip your palms back up to the ceiling. Breathe in, hands come up. Breathe out, twisting the palms towards the ground, lowering the arms down, just in front of you. Palms coming towards each other. Breathe in, twist to the right. Breathe out, back to the center. Breathe in, twist to the left. And breathe out, back to the center, and release the arms. Just roll the shoulders a little bit, gently, not too fast. Nice gentle movements today. And also the other direction. We're going to be moving a little bit. We're going to do a little flow now, but then the other half of the class is going to be much more static, so make sure you're warm enough. You're wearing a jumper. I'm going to keep my socks on. If you don't have very good grip with your feet, then you might need to take your socks off. Come onto hands and knees. So you want your hands under your shoulders, your knees hip width apart, knees are underneath your hips. And then we're going to make circles, circle movements over the top of the wrists. So you're coming over the wrists, you'll feel a stretch in your wrists, but don't stay there too long. And come back with your bum towards your heels. It's making a big circle with your torso. Over the wrists, right then left, or whichever way around you're doing it. And then go also the other direction. Always in yoga, we have to do things the same time on both sides. It's all about balance. Okay. Then sit your bum down on your heels. Bring your forehead to your mat and just relax your arms by your sides. In a nice child's pose, and make sure your knees are a little bit open still, like they were when we were on hands and knees. And then stretch your arms in front of you, so your hands are on the mat in front of you. Breathe in, coming up onto hands and knees again. Arch your back, look up. And exhale, round in the back, chin to chest. And again, inhale, arch the back, look up. And exhale, round in the back. Come back up onto hands and knees. Move your hands a little bit further forward. Tuck your toes under. And inhale, push up to downward dog. So you want your bum pointing up to the ceiling, your heels releasing towards the mat, and walk your legs. So walk the dog a little bit. Bending one knee and then the other. A really relaxed downward dog. Take a few deep breaths here. And then slowly walk your hands closer to your feet. When you get there, bend your knees a little bit. Inhale, coming up with your arms wide, arms above your head. And exhale, stretching over to the right. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, stretching to the left. Inhale, and now turn your palms so that your palms are going to come down towards the ground and start to fold forward, bend your knees a little bit. Inhale, lift your head and look forward. And exhale, start to walk your hands forward, walking back to downward dog. Bring your knees onto the mat and straight back into child's pose with your hands by your sides. Then take a breath or two here. It's a really slow flow. No rush. And stretch your hands in front of you again. Breathe in, coming up onto hands and knees. Arch the back and look up. And exhale, rounding back. Inhale, arching the back. And exhale, rounding the back. Inhaling through to downward dog. So going up onto your toes, pushing back into downward dog. And now instead of walking the dog, we're going to come up and down on the toes. So just come up and down. Doesn't matter if your heels don't reach the mat, but as long as they're heading in that direction. So we'll do that a few times. And then walk your hands towards your feet. Slowly bend your knees a little bit. Breathe in, opening the arms wide, bringing the palms towards each other. And exhale, stretching over to the right. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, stretching to the left. Inhale, coming back up. Turn your palms so that you can come down to the ground. Slowly bending the knees a little bit. Inhale, lift your head, look up. And exhale, gently walking yourself forward into a relaxed downward dog and coming straight to hands and knees through to child. Head resting on the mat, arms resting by your sides. Take a breath or two here. And then stretch your hands in front of you again. Breathe in, coming up, arch the back. And breathe out, rounding the back. And again. Breathing in, coming up to downward dog. And we'll just hold the downward dog now. So stay here for a couple of breaths. Then slowly walk your hands towards your feet. Bend your knees a bit, breathe in, coming up. Breathe out, stretching to the right. Breathe in, coming up. Breathe out, stretching to the left. Breathe in, coming up, turn your palms. And breathe out, bring your palms down to the earth. Breathe in, lift your head, look up, and breathe out, gently walking to downward dog. Breathe in, coming onto hands and knees, and coming all the way back to child as you exhale. Take a breath here. Stretch your arms in front, breathe in, coming up to all fours. And breathe out, we're going to go straight to downward dog. Breathe in, we're going to walk the hands towards the feet. And breathe out, hanging out here. Breathe in, standing up, arms above the head. And breathe out, relax your arms. So now you'll be at the end of your mat like me. So you're going to take a big step forward with the right foot. And your back foot is going to be facing, it's difficult for me, facing away at about 90 degrees. And then you're going to bend front leg and your front foot is pointing forwards. And then bring your arms up to shoulder height and your hips are also on the side. So your feet aren't both pointing forward. You want to be on the side, looking over your right hand. So we're in warrior two. And just a couple of times we're going to turn the palms up to the ceiling and then back again. Up and back down and up. And now turn your back hand, your palm back down onto that leg. And then lift your right arm up and over into a reverse warrior. Breathing in, coming back up. Turn your palm back down, stretch the leg. Release your hands and step to the front of the mat and just walk your legs a little bit. And now step back with your right foot. And you want your left foot pointing forward and your right foot at about 90 degrees. Hips on the side. Bending in to your left foot, left knee. Sorry, it's been a long day, a long week. Bring your arms up to shoulder height, looking out over your left hand. And a couple of times just play around with the palms up and down. And then keep your left palm up, turn the right palm down, onto that back leg, and bring that left arm over into a reverse warrior. Inhaling back up again, turn your palm down, release the arms, straighten the legs, and step forward once again. And just make a bit of space between your feet. It's about hip width apart or more. Hands on your hips. Breathe in here. And breathe out, bend your knees and fold forward. Let go of your hands. And catch your elbows with your hands. And just give your head a nod and a shake from side to side. Make sure you're relaxed in the head and the neck. It can help to turn your heels out to the side. So if you turn your heels out and your toes in, you might find you can fold forward more. But keep a bend in your knees, so we're in a really relaxed, dangling position. And you can sway a bit right and left if that feels good for you. And then place your hands on the mat. Step both feet back to a downward dog position. Bring the knees onto the mat and then sitting back on the heels. And then coming up to all fours. And then sit yourself on your heels. And I'll talk you through the yin wall poses next. So, you need to have your mat. You might now need to move your mat, so you can always pause while you set up against the wall. So have your mat a long ways against the wall, like my second mat is. I'm going to grab this so I can keep an eye on the time so I don't leave you in the poses for too long. And the easiest way to get in to the first pose is to bring yourself really close to the wall, so your bum is against the wall. Lie down on your side, doesn't matter which side, but your bum is firmly against the wall. It might feel a little bit cold, my wall certainly does. And then swing your legs up onto the wall. So now you should feel that you're flat against the wall. We're not going to stay in this pose for long. We're going to bring the feet together and open the knees out to the side. So we're in a butterfly position on the wall. And you can stretch your arms out at shoulder height or leave them a bit further down by your side. Just think about those feet staying together Maybe after a bit of time you can bring the feet closer to your groin, feeling that opening in the hips. And just try to relax here. It's also really nice to put some relaxing music on when you're staying in these poses, to try and keep you in the moment, stop the mind from drifting. So we stay here for a couple of minutes. You can stay in these yin poses, most of them, I will talk you through them, but this particular one you could stay for 5 minutes if it felt good. We're just going to stay for probably 2 minutes. So just connect with your body, see how it feels for you. See if you can relax any more in the hips. Feeling your sacrum on the ground, your spine supported by your mat. Feel held by the ground. So all these poses are really supported, lovely poses to help you relax. So we'll stay just a few more seconds, 30 more seconds or so. If it feels good, you can place your hands on your knees and very gently push against your knees, but very gently, because you don't want to injure yourself in the groin area. You don't want to pull any of those delicate hip flexor muscles, but it can feel just nice to very gently put a bit of pressure there. And then bring your hands back to the ground and stretch your legs up against the wall. And we're going to stay here this time for a minute or two. Some people feel comfy with the bum flat on the ground, some people don't in this position. So if you have a little cushion, sorry, I should have told you that when you were setting up, but if you have a little cushion, you can just tuck that under your bum. Make sure your bum is still against the wall. And relax there. So again, just focusing on how your body feels in this pose. Letting yourself relax, staying in the moment. Letting yourself have this time at the end of the week to wind down, giving your body a nice treat. And these poses are also really nice because they're slight inversions, so the blood is going, if you've been sat at a desk all day, then the blood might be pulled around your feet, and now it's all returning back up to the head, the chest, the heart. And it's also really nice if you've been on your feet all day to put your feet up against the wall. Literally put your feet up. So we've stayed here for a couple of minutes as well. You can stay longer if it feels good. Otherwise, bring your feet flat onto the wall. So your knees are bent. And then start to drop the feet down further, as far as is comfortable, into a squatting position. A squat on the wall. So much, much easier to get into than doing a normal squat position. Gravity helps us a lot here. So just play around with how wide you want to take your feet, how low you want to take the feet. See how you feel in the hips. Just enjoy the sensations. If you feel any areas of tension or that it's not quite comfortable, maybe your hips are opening, you can just breathe into that area, so use your breath. Breathe deeply and send that energy to the area where there's some tension. And as you breathe out, try to relax a bit more. So consciously think about melting into your mat, letting your back totally relax, your hips relax. Don't hold the tension. Stay a little bit longer here. And then when you're ready, you can stay a bit longer if you want to. Just bring the legs back up again, so straightening the legs again. And get this cushion out of the way if you're on a cushion. And we're not going to stay here long, this is just a transition to the next pose. You can start to open your legs wide. Oof, my hip just popped, I don't know if you heard that, but it felt good, it was needed. So again, how wide you go really depends on your flexibility and how you're feeling today. When you feel it in your hamstrings and in your adductor muscles, and you know it's far enough. Just go as far as you want. As far as is comfortable. I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes here. And if you have someone at home with you and you want to invite them in to help you with this pose, it's really nice to have someone stand with their feet either side of your hips. So you have their feet here, and they stand with their back against the wall or towards the wall. And then just push ever so gently with the backs of their legs against your legs. So you can do it yourself, like I am now as well, with your hands. So pushing ever so gently, pinning those legs against the wall. And it's a very different sensation then, to have the legs pinned like that against the wall, rather than having to try to push them. So that can feel really good. Even better if you can get someone else to stand there and do that for you, because then you can just totally relax. So again, just enjoy, connect with your body, how it's feeling. Do you need to ease off and come up a bit? Do you want to go deeper? How are you feeling? What are you feeling? And we'll stay a little bit longer. You can stay again for 3, 4, 5 minutes if you want to, but we won't stay that long for the purpose of the video. And then straightening the legs again on the wall. Now for this next pose, I would recommend that you take socks off. Yeah, I will, just because I don't want to be a bad example and have anyone slipping and hurting themselves. So just take your socks off so you can grip on the wall. Having your arms on the ground like before. Bring your feet flat on the wall, but you're not going to walk them down very far. So if you look where my feet were before, all I've done is I've just put my feet flat on the wall where it feels comfortable. And then just start to lift your bum up from the ground, pushing into the wall with your feet, that's important. And lifting your back up, so you're resting on your shoulders. You might want to bring your arms up higher, it's up to you, see how it feels. But you really are pushing into the wall with your feet, so you do feel some of the weight in the shoulders, but not as much as if you were doing this pose unsupported, without the wall there. So this is a really nice, easier way to start coming into shoulder stand, or practicing shoulder stand, but with support. We're not going to stay here so long, so this pose will just stay for a minute, rather than 2 or 3. play around with it. You might think, actually, I want to walk my feet a bit higher up so that I can stretch more. See how it feels. If you have a neck injury or it's not feeling good for your neck, just come down a little bit more onto your shoulders. You don't have to be stacked right over your shoulders. You can come down onto the shoulder blades. Just play around with it so that you're comfy. And then if you want to go into the second phase of this pose, push into your right foot and let your left leg come from the wall and bring it over with your toes flexed towards your head. So let that leg hang heavy, let gravity help. Still pushing into that right foot. Seeing how this feels for you. And then switching to do the other side. So bringing that foot back onto the wall. Push into that left foot. And release the right leg. Keep pushing into that foot, otherwise you will feel very heavy on your shoulders. Seeing how it feels on the other side. Just give your head a little bit of a nod and a shake. Make sure your head and your neck feel okay. And now if you want to come into the third option for this pose, it's really not necessary, it's only if you want to. You can bend that leg, come back to the wall. So we'll start from the wall, arching your back, and then bring both legs off the wall, pushing your hands into the ground. And then you can slowly bring your feet towards the ground. Making sure the weight is in your shoulders, so tucking your shoulders under. The weight is not in your neck. So I'm just going to demonstrate that, I'm not going to stay there. And then you can bring yourself back up. Bring your feet maybe one at a time to the wall. Going back to the original pose. And then lowering the back, lowering the bum, and stretching the legs out on the wall. And just take a breath here, let your back settle back down. Might feel a little bit strange in your back after being in that position for so long, it's normal. Now bend your knees, keep your arms out at shoulder height. Try to keep your shoulders and your back on your mat, but just drop your knees over to the left. So you're coming into a nice twist. Oh, that was the phone. It's a really nice twist, really good for the spine. And then walk your feet back up to the centre and over to the other side. Walking the legs back up. And now we're going to just take a minute in relaxation. You might decide you're quite comfy here, in which case stretch the legs back out, pop your pillow underneath, get yourself comfy for a minute. Or you might think, I've had enough of lying down, which is fine, so you can just sit comfortably and just close your eyes and just take a minute. So we'll close the eyes, take a deep breath in through the nose, and out through the mouth. And again. And exhale, letting go of any tension, any worries, anything you need to let go of. And just give your neck a little nod a little shake from side to side, very gentle. And then feel your head and your neck relax in whatever position you're in. Feel your whole body relaxing. Letting your breathing return to normal. Still feeling that connection with your body after the practice. Feeling what you feel. Not letting your mind drift to what you need to do later or tomorrow. Just bring your mind back. Listen to my voice or listen to some music. But try to let yourself have this time. And when you're ready, if you're still on the wall, you can just bring the knees towards your chest. Bring your hands on your knees and very gently let yourself roll onto one side. Just spend a moment here. And then push yourself up to come and sit on your mat if you're not already. And then breathing in, taking your arms wide up above your head, hands together. And exhale, bringing your hands to your heart, folding forward. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed it and you're feeling nice and relaxed now, ready for the weekend. And yeah, we'll see you again soon for another yoga session. Take care, stay well, bye.